Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to your morning cup. Your host, W. Dubois. Today's October 25th, 2020. Recording out of Brooklyn, New York. The East New York, Brooklyn, part of the section of Brooklyn to be precise, 11207. So, we're right here where I'm going to be talking about the area. I'm going to be talking about what's going on in my town. Very, very, very volatile smell and scent in the air. So, this week's been a lot of violence, and I'm going to show you guys a bunch of vids on that. Let's get to them, yo, because I got a couple. Stick with me. All of them, like, wow, it's going to be some real shit we're going to see. So let's get to it. This is the mass shooting earlier on Wednesday. Lefferts Garden. This was on Wednesday night.
Chris and Mary, in those 6 incidents since 9:30 last night, police say 11 people were shot, and sadly, 3 of them died. We're on the scene of one of those deadly shootings here on Hawthorne Street. You can see investigators are still
Hawthorne and North Street.
Still taped off as police continue to search for the suspects. A violent Wednesday night in New York City. The NYPD at the scene in Prospect Lefferts Gardens, where police say 6 people were shot in a drive-by shooting, all rushed to area hospitals. A 23-year-old man shot in the chest didn't survive. The youngest of the victims, all in their 20s. The shooting happened around 10:30 on Hawthorne Street near Nostrand Avenue. Investigators combing the area, marking bullet casings on the ground. The group was standing outside when a white Infiniti sedan with at least 3 men in the car fired and then drove off. Police still looking for the suspects here and in another deadly shooting.
They still on the loose.
Which happened about
Good luck with that.
Earlier. Police were called to Herkimer Street near Rochester Avenue to find a 28-year-old man shot multiple times. He was rushed to Kings County Hospital but didn't make it.
Yo, this shit is crazy out here, man.
Night for the NYPD, also responding to a drive-by shooting in the High Bridge section of the Bronx on Anderson Avenue. That's where police found 23-year-old Aaron Santiago shot in the head.
The Bronx always gonna do their thing.
At the hospital. The latest shooting happened around 3:30 this morning in the Tremont section of the Bronx. Police.
This is a Wednesday. This video is from Thursday morning.
He was simply walking.
And this was a report from Wednesday night. Wednesday night it went crazy. Here I am Sunday.
A 92% increase
There's more
in shootings this year compared to last, and now those numbers, the shootings from last night and this morning, added to that alarming list. We're live in Prospect Lefferts Gardens. Jenny DeAngelis, CBS 2 News. Channel, thank you.
And this was released by ABC today.
Those shots getting fired from a car Wednesday night. This is in Prospect Lefferts Gardens area of Brooklyn. Gunmen are seen firing out the windows on the driver's side and also out of the sunroof. 6 people were shot. One of them was killed.
So look. This is from this is the same shooting they're talking about that happened on Hawthorne, and then this video came out this morning. All of these shootings and maimings, they're mostly getting videoed, whether it's going to be a street camera or a cell phone. There's the eyes in the sky, but it doesn't deter these youngins, yo. And that story, that first story, both of those, the one on Herkimer Street in Bed-Stuy, and the one on Hawthorne and Nostrand in Lefferts Gardens, both of those are probably gang-related shootings. They're drive-bys. I mean, a lot of people know those neighborhoods have a lot of affiliation with the 2 warring factions in Brooklyn, the Woos and the Chos. So, I mean, most likely, maybe not. But regardless, New York, you gotta be careful out here, because what's happening is, even if you're not affiliated, you can just be in the wrong place, and or you can just. It's so many different reasons. There's such an uptick in violence, but. That incident, it looks like what it probably is. It probably is what it looks like, rather. So, let's check this one though. This is last night.
Left 2 people in critical
this is crazy.
You can see the gunman dressed in all black as he fires into a vehicle on Chauncey Street in Bed-Stuy. It happened at about 1 a.m. on Friday. A 28-year-old woman and a 30-year-old man inside the car were shot multiple times. They're being treated at Kings County Hospital, and police are still searching for the gunman.
Kings County is being flooded, yo. Kings County's trauma center is supposed to be the best trauma center in the borough. I mean, they do what they can, So, the weekend, weekday, it don't even matter, yo. So they sitting in the car. They got the business. That was an intended shooting. You know, the cat, he was out of there. Look at that. The cat was out of there before the cat knew.
In Brooklyn. You can see the gunman dressed in all black as he fires into a vehicle on Chauncey Street in Bed-Stuy.
Crazy.
It happened at about 1 a.m.
You know, he on camera.
28-year-old woman and
he on camera. Everyone's on camera. Dudes don't care.
Multiple times.
They wearing their mask on. They shooting that shit up. And it's these times we're in. You know, it just brings out the worst, the criminal element and the violence. Is, you know, and the hostility is at an all-time high. That edge and that uncertainty. And then you mix that up with, you know, obviously that, you know, the uncertainty comes probably from the virus, whether it's the virus, whether it's politics, the elections, or financial situations stemming from the economics that we're going through, the economical time that I should say that we're going through, whatever, man. But my city, Brooklyn, New York, I haven't seen this much violence as an adult. You know, maybe when we were kids, it was out there, but like I said, we wasn't running around outside like that. By the time we became teenagers, it started to calm down. It was real outside in the 90s, but it started to calm down. By the time the 2000s came around, post 9/11, murders all way down. We talking about a city that had 2,000 murders in the early 90s, in the late 80s, and then it went all the way down to the 300s. I think it was even at 200 one year. So it was very much a safe place, yo, at least as far as being bodily harm being done to you. But now, yo, this year, it is ridiculous how every morning you wake up, you was like 2-3 shootings. It used to be one a week, one every 10 to 8 days. Not now, it's 2-3 a night. This is wild. And it's not, it can happen to anyone. You don't have to be in the gang or in the street. Yo, granny, it can happen to anybody. You know? Maybe the girl and the guy in the car, they look like intended targets. Who knows, you know? But regardless, these times have bred an opportunity where you can get struck upon by your enemy like that, you know? It's way easier for that chances of it happening is basically what I'm saying. So let's go to another one.
Early this morning, police say it was robbery that turned violent. See, Natalie got live in Cypress Hills with the details.
The robbery, Cypress Hill. You hear the helicopter? Hold on, let's pause that. Y'all hear the helicopter? You know? They're not doing a video on the farmland, yo, you know, or the agriculture. You understand what I'm saying? That's not what they're doing. That's not what the helicopter. That's the police helicopter. It's real, man. Like, every time I get on the video, it's something, right? You hear in the background. But it's real. We're really where it's at. So.
This teen was 15 years old, and he was walking down the street here with his friend. He got stabbed just down the block and then made his way to the corner where he collapsed. Now, we did speak to his friend, said that a suspect tried to rob both of them, and in the process, that teen got badly hurt. Surveillance video shows
they robbed Shorty.
One bent over like he's hurt, the other trying to help him. 18-year-old Eliezer Aguilar says he was walking home with his friend early this morning near Atlantic and Euclid Avenues when out of nowhere they were attacked and his friend was robbed and stabbed.
That was a real robbery probably, yo. They probably don't know them dudes, because if they knew them dudes and it was beef, he wouldn't have got on that camera and said all of that.
Comes back and the injured teen tries to get away, walking to the corner. Aguilar says the suspect then tried to rob him too.
Yo.
Headed him off.
Everything on camera.
When medics arrived on the scene, they said the 15-year-old was in life-threatening condition. He was rushed to Maimonides Hospital and is now in stable condition.
Yeah, he was good. He looked like he was still strong. But the only thing he was bothering about was his heart. He said, yo, my heart.
A neighbor said it started at the end of this street where people dump garbage. He says it's become a problem zone where teens hang out.
There's something going on in the dead end here. It looked like one kid was trying to rob the other kid. We've also been trying to call 311 to try to clean up that area. And I feel if that area get cleaned up, you know, things like this may not have happened.
Police are now looking for the suspect last seen wearing a green jacket and black jeans. Investigators were here on the scene all morning searching for a weapon, and they've also been going door to door looking for more information. And if you have any tips, they are asking you to give police a call. Live in Cypress Hills, Brooklyn, Natalie Douglas, CBS 2 News.
Natalie, thank you. A new video.
The tip line. Okay, look. So we went through 3 of them, right? You guys sticking around? You hanging out? All right, I got a couple more. I'm going to get out of here. We went through 3 of them. You know, one like gang shooting. The other one that was a targeting shooting. You know, dude with his girlfriend in the car. I think I both got shot. Whether she was the intended target or not, along with him, she was with him. You know how that usually go. And then now we have young boy in Cypress Hill in back here, not too far from where I'm at. He gets robbed in the side street, and stabbed. Crazy. Probably was a random robbery. Yo, go get him. Go get them 2 Spanish kids, right? They really quick rob them. It's crazy out here, man. It's really crazy, yo. This Brooklyn, it hasn't been like this in a long time. Like I said, yo, man, like this is the new rack now. They really on their little Chicago tip, and then like I said, on top of that, you have everything that's going on around us. You know, you mean the general population, period, and it's just nerve-wracking, and it's like mental illness is at all-time high. Hey, yo, all of this stuff, you throw it in that pot. You know, families are going through what they're going through. Who knows? God knows what people are going through. But you know, people are trying to get, you know, the opportunity for criminality is so high right now, is basically what I'm saying. And obviously with that comes, besides the thievery and the scamming, you see all the scamming going on. Besides that, you have the murders and the killings and the opportunities to take your enemies off of the earth. And a lot of people like that and want that opportunity. And then, you know, you just have the predators. Like they tracked down that kid, they hunted that kid down, and they poked him up for a cell phone or whatever. You know, they felt like they were probably physically more superior and able to do that, you know, with a knife, of course, to aid them. And, you know, they're on the loose too. All of them stories I told you, everybody on the loose too. Okay? So let's go to this one now. This guy is not.
Domingo Baroa was nabbed as he was at the international.
Oh, what I do?
To try in Brooklyn early this morning, police say
what I do? There you go.
That Domingo Baroa was nabbed as he was at the international gate at JFK Airport trying to board a flight to the Dominican Republic. Once they got intel on this ticket being bought, they raced over and ultimately arrested him before he could leave the country. So this morning, Marrero is waking up behind bars
early this week
and is due in front of a judge at Bronx Criminal Court later today. This 32-year-old man from the Bronx is facing charges in the Monday murder of a 19-year-old woman after he allegedly opened fire in an after-hours club. While he apparently tried to flee the country yesterday, he didn't get very far. Domingo Baroa, we found out from sources, has a rap sheet that includes 4 prior arrests. They include drugs and vehicular assault charges. In this latest criminal case, he's accused of shooting Gwendolyn Ortiz to death Monday morning. Police sources tell us the 19-year-old woman was an innocent bystander sitting at a table at the Jerome Avenue Social Club when bullets flew inside around 7 a.m. 2 other men were wounded in the gunfight, but they survived.
Gwendolyn, rest in peace.
All of it stemmed from an argument at the bar and that Ortiz was not the intended target. The Mixtech Club was operating illegally during the pandemic, according to detectives. And the victim, again, Gwendolyn Ortiz, had survived a previous brush with death. She was in the neighborhood when shots were fired back in June. She survived that shooting incident, though tragically she lost her life just this past Monday. Again, police saying that she was an innocent bystander in it all. Now her friends and family have appealed to strangers online asking for help with her funeral. That is the latest. Live here in the concourse section of the Bronx Criminal Court. I'm Anthony DiLorenzo.
So they caught Mr. Baroa at the airport after the I believe this was on Wednesday. And I think it was Wednesday morning they reported that, but the shooting was from Monday at the Jerome Club in the Bronx. And like I said, once again, Gwendolyn, wrong place, wrong time. You know, she was in the after-hours spot. Obviously, it was being illegally operated. There's a 19-year-old in there, but she was in there chilling. You know, and this dude shot the joint up. You know, so like I said, it's different kinds of evil element. You know, in the criminality and then the violence that's going on. Like some of these guys are, some, like I said, some of these guys are gangs spinning blocks, doing their thing. Then this guy's like Mr. Baroa, he's dolo. He do his own thing, and he tried to get to the Dominican Republic, and they caught his ass, and he's gonna pay the price, for the murder of Miss Gwendolyn. So, like I said, man, Gwendolyn, that kid in Cyprus, those 2 people in the car, and then the 6 people on Hawthorne, right? That's this week so far. Today's Sunday, so from Monday till now, okay, I got another one.
Are looking to trying to figure out how a college student from Indiana ended up getting killed on a Brooklyn stoop early today. The young man was on a dream trip to New York,
Crazy,
and he's yet another victim of gun violence in the city. Our CBS 2's Corey James is live in Bushwick with the latest details there, Corey.
And not only just a heartbreaking story, the family of Ethan Williams say he and his friends put together their money to come to the city to see it and also to skateboard and record videos and take photos of them doing that. That trip, though, is now over after a gunman opened fire in front of this brownstone.
I've known him for 10 years.
Blaine Cromley's experiencing a pain he has never felt before after witnessing his best friend, 20-year-old Ethan Williams, get shot outside their rented Airbnb apartment in Bushwick. The 2 were sitting on the stoop around 2:30 Saturday morning with several other friends from Indianapolis when their first trip to the Big Apple became a nightmare.
We were smoking cigs, man. Like, I don't know, my heart's broke.
Authorities say Williams was hit in the chest by a stray bullet. His mother and father struggling to make sense of it all, saying their beloved son worked with local officials for years to combat violence.
America is very broken right now. Ethan wanted to be part of the solution. He won't be.
He thought a lot about youth violence and gun control, and those issues were very, very important to him. And it's super ironic to me and overwhelming that he's a story. Like he's a story right now.
Yeah. A gunfire story some neighbors say is all too common, with crime scene tape and shell casings scattered across the ground.
I'm a nighttime guy, so it happens a lot.
It's not really surprising in a lot of ways, but it is disheartening.
Williams was a sophomore at Indiana University College and wanted to produce films.
She said that so matter-of-factly,
people, especially his 2 younger siblings.
It's not surprising.
And now an out-of-state family and group of friends are grieving after being rocked by yet another shooting in New York City.
We want justice, obviously, for our son.
I love you so much. And everything I got is going to you now. On everything, man.
And just incredibly heartbreaking to hear there. And now none of Ethan's friends were hurt, and so far a suspect has not been arrested. We also have not been able to get a description of that suspect or suspects involved in the shooting. We're live in.
That's it, man. No more of them. So Ethan got killed on the steps. Gwendolyn got killed in the bar. 3 people got killed on Hawthorne, standing in front of the building. Shorty got poked, the kid, the young boy, the 15-year-old, he got stabbed in the back in Cypress Hills. It's crazy. What did I miss? It was another one, right? Shit. So, that was this week. That was this week in Brooklyn. So, that's this morning. That's today's episode. I just wanted y'all to get like a feel, but to get a feel, you'd have to have been here before. Like I said, 10 years. This happened quickly over about I would say 8-year span, but this last year or 2 years, and going into 20, forget it. For 20, take it to another level. But it was gradually happening. I can't lie. Violence was up, but definitely. I mean, like a lot of people say, during the Blasio era, absolutely, violence has been as high as it's been since the crack era. Shit is crazy. You gotta be careful out there, man. You gotta keep your head on the swivel. You go from point A to point B, hanging out outside. If it's not like by my crib, like I'm not, but just to hang out outside, it's, I don't know. Where else you gonna hang out though? We can't, right? This is the Corona era. There's no indoor hangout places, or everything is closed. You have to have all of these these illegally operated establishments, like the one Gwendolyn was killed in, you know. So that's obviously not the best place to go to be chilling at. But bottom line is though, and you can see what happened to my man right here. He got killed. He just came here to visit. He just came here to visit. You know what I'm saying? Cool white boy. He come to visit the town. You know, that's a gentrified area. That area where he was shot, it's very yippie hippie-ish, you know? But there's still a very criminal element still in the area. And it's kind of like, it's sneaky the way it's in there. But everyone knows how to operate there. Everyone who's moved there, they know what time it is. Everyone knows. But the chances of that happening in his particular case is just, it's crazy, man. You know, they turn him into a story. And a lot of people getting turned to stories. So, you know, and then you got the rap violence from all the beef, the rap beef, and the sets and the gangbang and the gang membership, all of that ish. And, you know, the social media hype, you know. So those drive-bys, which is crazy. You seen Shorty coming out the sunroof, he was flicking out the sunroof, pop, 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 pop. He don't know, he don't care what he hit. And then little kids get shot, people be like, oh, you know, that's when people get upset. But my boy was saying that, man. He was like, yo, he was talking about the gun violence in the hood, you know? And nothing's being learned. And there's still a lot of young black men killing black men. And there's not gonna be no major change until that subsides, till that's stopped. You know, or calm the fuck down at least. So, you know, everybody stay safe, keep your head on the swivel. And like I said, it can happen to anybody. You know, it can happen to anybody. And it can happen anywhere. You know, there's guns all over the place in America now, bro. Like, and then the temperature's so high with the people, you know? The temperature is so high. You know? People on edge. People are thirsty and greedy and hungry, and a lot of crumb snatching going on, you know? Shit is real though. But anyway, see you guys later. Shit, I don't know, you know, what I'm gonna do, keep report, because this is gonna keep happening. I'm gonna keep reporting. I don't know what the hell I'm gonna do. Y'all tell me what y'all